And three, two, one.
You're gonna have everybody humming the what was that?
The dating game.
The dating game.
For those that know about the dating game, it's going to be more the what was that damn show? Beverly Hills,
Beverly Hills Cops.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Now that everyone has heard them humming the theme song for the dating game, we're saying good evening, top to bottom at you. Greetings.
Greetings. We come in peace.
Maybe.
Good evening, Queen Sackcloth. Good evening. Welcome, little niece. Welcome. Appreciate you stopping in on this fabulous evening
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
that many of us have a privilege to see the sun and the moon, and of course, the dirty grass. Don't walk around without no shoes because you ain't gonna be able to come back with me toes.
Oh my gosh. Especially over here with Jumanji Land.
Well, with that being said, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming in. This is Top to Bottom Organics. I am Hanifa Garcia, CEO and formulator
Formulator,
of handcrafted skincare and hair care products.
creator,
And then, of course, we have our candle connoisseur,
Dr. Candle Connoisseur. Get it correctly, please.
Doctor.
It is doctor. Only because doctor is the best way to understand why I am wearing my white coat. It is because only doctors can wear white coats.
Oh, I'll open this.
All right. So with that being said, of course, thank you, everyone.
Fix my
Check your
messages.
Facebook. For joining us this evening on this wonderful Monday night, the 8th of September. For anybody who has a birthday, happy birthday. If anybody's doing a celebration of anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, I did that. That's enough. And of course, if you have an anniversary, happy anniversary. If you have a special day, out the pit, big old salute to your brother, little nephews in the building.
Hey,
Hopefully
nephew.
driving home safely. And if not, and you're home, pull up a box of popcorn, put your feet up on top of the table, and just sit back and enjoy the laughter, because I'm going to bring a little laughter this evening as we introduce top to bottom to the night crew.
Yeah,
because, of course, you know, people at night, they traveling, coming home from work, sitting back trying to figure out what to watch on TV. You know, we're going to be like the infomercial back in the day that as you're trying to watch a movie and the good part comes on, and all of a sudden an infomercial comes up, and it'd be us, top to bottom at you. Because that's TOP number 2 BOTTU for unique M.com. And we have everything from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. So if you got a bald spot, we can take care of it. If you got a corn in your toe, we got something for it.
I was just about to say the crust between your toes.
Crust between the toes. And if you have what they call a bunion that's sticking out like a hammerhead, we ain't got nothing for that. We can't.
Another hammer.
We can't help you with the hammer.
Pop it back in place.
Can't help you with that one. But if you got a callus, we got something to smooth out that callus. Then you can go ahead and get a drill like I do and just drill it down if you need to. Right? It's a little dark And of course, I may turn around and clown because as I look at myself in the camera, I'm starting to look like one of the true Lagos Nigerians, straight
Yeah, we both
dark
kind
as
of
tar. Okay, and
we both kind of darken it over here.
it's I guess it's because the lighting is not so great, and I don't plan to put 300,000 beams of light inside here because, of course, that is not needed because it's not really about seeing me. Because as long as you see the white coat, the doctor is telling you it's okay.
Or the maestro, like
Maestro in Seinfeld, yes, maestro.
Call me maestro.
But you have to call me doctor. I am the doctor of Featherbed Lane in this world of life that we are sitting with each other in our rooms and our cell phones because our cell phones is the only thing that we know how to use this time and days. But it is true. I sound like Count Dracula. Count Dracula. It is the night. We're going to suck your blood. No, I ain't doing none of that stuff. Ain't doing that stuff. There's not going to be a moonbach. No, sorry. Not happening. But
mukbang.
Moonbach. Mukbang is for the Koreans. Moonbach
is for
all the people who don't know how to do it on their own. They want to copycat somebody else.
Okay.
They're not original. So they're going to be called Moonbox. Real simple like. That's what I'm calling it. Don't like it too bad.
Well, we decided to just come on in and do a night pop-up and shoot the breeze a little bit.
We're going to do more than just shoot the breeze.
Shoot the breeze, clown about.
There you go.
Show the products that we have. Answer any questions, especially for new people coming in who want to learn about what we're all about.
Look here. If you haven't learned by now what we're all about, then you definitely
then they need to come in and ask
you
questions.
definitely are losing out. Real simple like. Okay. I have talked about top to bottom. I have introduced it to many, many people in various cities and spoken to countless people. And the one funny thing that I keep hearing amongst a lot of people is nobody makes anything for me. And I say to myself, how can you say nobody makes something for you when you're not even asking us, can we make it for you? So for those that are sitting in the background trying to figure out what the heck I'm talking about, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You people in the background
that say you
don't make anything for us.
Hit the like button.
And in actuality, that's what we're here for. You're not going to be able to come to a company or find a company out there that you can actually, socialize with and talk with and shoot the breeze with. Heck, you turn around, you'd be quite surprised. I might just turn around and have a whole conversation with you, and you may just like the conversation come out the mouth anyway. I apologize. I got a whole lot of things going on over here because I'm trying to see exactly where my comment box is. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hey, everybody, just come on through. Come on through. Don't be shy. Because at the end of the day, I ain't charging you anything, so you should be happy about that.
Yeah, I had to go to my filter to find mine.
I'm just gonna say, hey, come on in. Come in and join the fun, because everything is not always about selling. It's always about having fun and just talking about stuff.
And we were having a nice discussion earlier about how when I first just started perusing around YouTube. And, at that time I was dealing with making things myself, and I had already was going through my ups and downs and between health, hair, scalp, and skin, and all these other things. And there was so many like natural hair gurus giving certain information or certain trends, and certain things were sounding very good. And then as you look further into it and you learn there was a lot of misinformation, a lot of scare, oh my gosh, don't do this or don't do that, don't use this and don't use that, So I had to do the research, and it was just interesting how the things that were being told.
Well, we got to try to understand something, and this goes for everybody who's watching in the background, because I'm looking at how people are watching on the Facebook side, and I didn't put up the TikTok side yet. So just as I watch people who do not wish to talk, ask yourself this question. And I mean sincerely, ask yourself this question. How many times you go to the doctor and the doctor turns around and says, "Do you have any questions?" And the first thing out your mouth is, "No, I don't."
It happens a lot,
Because you
especially
just want to get up and rush out because you got something else to do that you feel is more pressing.
and then sometimes they don't know what to ask. They just expect the doctor to just know what they need and tell them what they should do, and then they just go, okay.
Well, that comes back to how Top to Bottom was created,
Yeah, I got tired of being a guinea pig.
right? You got tired of being the guinea pig, and then a lot of people started realizing that your skin was looking better, your hair was looking nice.
Mm-hmm.
They asked what it was, and they turned around and said, "No, I don't want nobody. Just make it. Let me know, and I'll pay you for it."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yet the main problem still comes about on how people just choose not to express or expose because they're embarrassed about what's going on. Look, I got bad feet. I've been having bad feet for over 30 some odd years. There is not a company out there that can soften my calluses to this day. I take an actual drill machine to shave down my feet. And I am not ashamed to say it publicly. Why? Because I've seen some people walking outside
That need to drill their feet.
that need to drill their feet. I seen somebody on YouTube. Somebody on YouTube did a video of a lady. She had like colored tape around her foot, making it look like it was one of those flip flops. But then she made a mistake. She lifted up one foot and put it on the other, and you can see the sole of her foot, and you see the tape wrapped around her foot. So her foot was the flip flop. So if you're, and of course I physically.
Wait, I'm trying to. Wait.
Okay, visualize. Okay,
I'm
visualize.
trying.
Visualize. Okay, visualize the flip flop, the one that had the tongue that back in the day used to pop out all the time because it wore out, and you got that very very thin foam in between your foot.
I can't wear.
Between your foot and the ground. This lady literally had tape designed like the tongue. It comes to the toe and one to the left and one to the right, and then it's supposed to be the soles of the flip flop.
Mm.
But yet she made a mistake because she had her foot turned sideways as she was standing on line at Dunkin' Donuts, and the guy zoomed in on the bottom of her foot, and she had the design of the tape wrapped around her foot. So her foot was the actual flip flop, but she put it looked like she had flip flops on. And you talking about a crack? I seen a crack between here and the crack of the equator that was on the bottom of her foot.
Wow.
So people, they're afraid to admit that there's something wrong to someone who they don't trust, and yet they will walk out into public and expose everything they have, which is quite.
Or
surprising.
some just hide and just don't do anything about it because they're either told that it's just something normal. You just got to deal with it, or maybe it's because you're aging, it's because you're this, or because you're that, and there's no looking at the root cause of it and getting to the true function of what's going on with it.
Well, it's because people are afraid. That's the bottom line. They're afraid. People are afraid. They're going to feel embarrassed. They're going to feel people are judging them.
And people do.
The people do. It just has to be that way. At the end of the day, you got to understand, you're causing yourself more harm when you're spending only $1 for cream that's supposed to be fixing your foot or fixing your elbows or getting the ash off your knees. And then you realize that after $300,000 that you done spent, it's still happening.
I wonder how many people actually add up those many times of getting it.
Think about it. I look at how these people. I think it's something called now the trend, the social media trend, a haul. I think they call it a haul.
A haul, a Dollar Tree haul,
right?
Walmart haul.
My niece sends me these things all the time, and I'm tired of seeing these things pop up on my feed about this person buying this and person buying the coupon shop. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? That may work well in the city or the state that person's in. But you go to Philadelphia, you go to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, South Carolina, North Carolina, them coupons that they got over there don't work over here. And that's the part that a lot of people don't understand about these hauls. It's kind of funny about how they do that. And then, of course, I've seen some people who are local. What I mean by local is on the East Coast between Florida and upstate New York. and they've done hauls. And I'm like, okay, so you went out there and you did a haul, you spent all that money on that stuff, but how much of that stuff is getting you sick? Because you're
I
not
was
going
just
to
about
sell
to
it.
say that because sometimes it's not even about the coupons. Just that let me go and see how many inexpensive things I can get in one with a certain dollar amount. And of course, it's also for the clicks for the social media and
Yeah, the
everything
social
else.
media clicks and
And
try,
then,
yeah.
but at the same time, there is a certain mindset that we have, especially here in this country, of we need it cheap and fast, and a lot of the processed food and all these things. Like, okay, like you done went and got a big old bag of, I don't know, some names, some crap in the bag,
Tortilla chips. That's crap in the bag.
or like something like the stuff that they put like in the air fryers and
Oh my
or
gosh,
the
you
little
talking about
junk
the type?
stuff
You
and
talking about the so-called chicken nuggets that the first thing you see is
and
chicken byproduct. That's already a what I would call a class A felony because the chicken byproduct is everything that's left over from the chicken when they just dispose of it. So you get the
mhm.
gizzards, the bones, the tendons. It just they mix it in. It's just like the imitation. It's just like the crab legs that they
I
get from
knew you was
China.
gonna talk about them imitation
Look,
crabs.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop until somebody sits back and turns around and tells me, Jay, you're wrong. I want somebody on Facebook to come and tell me that I'm wrong with what I'm talking about because it don't make no sense that people could be out there talking about, oh, I'm eating all these crab legs
Mhm.
and don't realize that the crab leg is nothing but powder and food coloring and a little flavoring of crab
And plastic
and
explosives.
plastics. And then you're trying to figure out why you got the boo-boos every single day. You're walking down the street, you're getting in your car and you fart. Next thing you know, you got a white you got a white butt cheek.
What the hell?
I'm just it is what it is. You got that music thumping, you got the loud music
Nephew,
looking all good,
get your
and all of a
uncle.
sudden you go to
Nephew, get your uncle.
you go to let one loose. Next thing you know, you start squishing, squashing. You're like, what the heck?
Nephew, get your uncle.
Look. A lot of these people don't want to admit it, but that's what's happening. That's what's happening to them people. They ain't gonna admit it. They ain't gonna admit it. And look, I watched a video of a lady the other day turned around. She was running. She was in the store. She was in a hair store. And it was funny. I started laughing. She was in the hair store. She was purchasing something, and all of a sudden she clenched her butt cheeks and she stood upright, raised her
Oh, we
shoulders,
got somebody in the chat. Hold
put
on.
her legs
Question.
together. What we got there? We got
How you
and more.
doing? Not today.
Welcome.
Not
Please
today.
like and
Welcome to the chat.
subscribe. Like and subscribe to the channel because you're gonna feel a lot more happier when you like and subscribe to the channel and maybe give a thumbs up. Let's see. You have a question which says,
Yes.
"Do you have something?"
something for
Perfect.
alopecia?
Perfect. Thank you for that question. And we do.
And it was interesting. We were just talking about that the other time. We
Show this person here what we have for that.
let's see. Do we have it here? No, alopecia is
Oh,
the
okay.
hair
Go
loss
ahead.
in the scalp. Uh, the root cause is different. Whatever reasons. That's the most important part. You need to find out what the root cause of your alopecia. Okay. But we do have a scalp serum with keratin.
There you go.
Where is it? Is it this one?
That should be it right there. That's the one.
I once again I forgot to put my glasses on. Did I say keratin?
That says keratin. See what happens when you got an extra pair of eyes.
That one
The
is
doctor says we're in the building. Hold on now. That's okay. So that's the keratin. What?
keratin serum. It also has vitamin D in there. It has hyaluronic acid. Of course, it has the keratin.
What's the purpose of the hyaluronic acid? Let's work on that
Well,
one.
hyaluronic acid is something that your body naturally has, and it draws moisture into the cells.
Okay.
And it does it in large amounts, and it actually softens. So what happens is when it's in a product, it can actually soften the skin, which allows and preps your skin to take in more nutrients. And I do have that in quite a few things. Um, the hair growth oil also helps with that. because of the different herbs to help stimulate, a lot of stimulating herbs in there. And what else you got there?
I'm just learning. I have CCA, Central Centrifugal Cicatrical Alopecia. You know them terms because you're in the medical field. I'm not in the medical
Well,
field. I'm in logistics.
well, I'm not familiar with all the different levels of
I deal with
alopecia, but I
packaging
can
and shipping.
definitely, I definitely will look into that. With
Well,
the
we're glad you're mentioning that because here's the thing. Here's the thing. As my wife is the formulator creator behind toptobottom.com, and that's TOP number 2, BOTTU for unique M.com. We've decided that she would go to school and get real dive deep, deep into a lot of situations. I say it like that because a lot of people don't understand how deep you can actually go. It's almost worse than a rabbit
and
hole.
I've been in the healthcare field for over 20 years.
25 plus years in the healthcare field. Come on now.
You can't learning.
You can't get better than that.
You can't stop learning. And I love anatomy and physiology and science.
So with the concept that this person here, not today, is asking about the CCCA, I thought it was something different, but I'm not going to be disrespectful. Okay, I thought it was like a degree or something.
Alopecia.
I thought it was a degree. I'm just saying. Okay, again, I'm not making
do you
jokes.
Have like in bald spots? Is it expanding? Is it like clean, balding, or is it like shedding scales? Like what's going on with it?
Now, when you say scales, is
like
that
the
like
inflammation?
Okay,
like inflammation.
Okay. Inflammation. All right.
Reactive.
Okay. Because I want them to understand that we as
she says she's just learning. So
right, and this is why we're talking about this because at the same way she's learning, and I'm glad she posed these questions or he posed these questions. I can't really tell about the photo. Okay, and we appreciate that comment or that question rather. It allows the viewers to see that there are people who are willing to learn from someone who has studied it and or has found a regimen or an ingredient or put together a product that can assist their journey into getting better.
Because the main thing is first find the root cause,
right,
and then work on the regimen with that as well. Like that can help assist. Like with me, I have the hydronitis suppurativa. So with an overactive gland, I had to learn what my triggers are, and how to decrease things that cause inflammation. So the interesting thing is that the shampoo is a good start. The one with the black soap, because of the infusion with.
Now, when you say the black soap,
the middle of the scalp is tender. That's what it says.
Yeah, the middle is balding and the scalp is tender.
I'm definitely gonna look into that even more because you're piquing my curiosity.
Okay.
But definitely, what I was saying, the African black soap that I have is called Slippery Rose, and I don't know if you're familiar with African black soap and how well it deals with things like eczema, inflammation, and things like that. And what I did was, because it can sometimes be drying, is I infused it with herbs. I infused it with elderberries, which is great for calming inflammation and things like that. So that's a good way to start prepping your scalp.
Now, I'm going to jump in. I'm constantly going to jump in, and I'm sure that you can appreciate this, and I'm sure our guests will be able to appreciate this of my interrupting you all the time. The elderberries. Now, the elderberries have what benefit?
Well, mainly it's usually used. A lot of people are familiar with using it when they have immune issues,
deficiencies,
like when you're having a cold or if you're sick or have a virus and things like that. Is good. It's a very potent antioxidant. But what I did learn was that it's also very good for the scalp as well, for your cells. So I just wanted to incorporate that along with the roses, because those things help to bring the vitamins, the vitamin C, the vitamin E and K and all those other different
Okay.
antioxidants to the scalp
Now you also mentioned the inflammation,
and
the
unclog.
anti-inflammation concept.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this person here,
Mm-hmm.
as gracious as they were to bless us with their question, is there a possibility that the elderberries would assist in their concept of the inflammation to reduce the swelling and
And
or the pain that they have in the scalp
I mean,
on the
it's
scalp?
possible. I have to really look into her condition a little more,
Okay.
to be honest. But what I can say is that it's gentle.
Okay.
It's effective because it detoxifies, but it's not stripping.
Okay. Now, when you
And
say
that's
stripping, what do you mean?
meaning like it takes away your necessary oils that
Okay.
you need
Okay. Okay.
to,
Okay.
you know,
So they're not
to
gonna
produce
feel
sebum.
they're not gonna feel it that is extremely dry, and then they're gonna try to
Right,
scratch some of that
right,
or pat their head, which is actually gonna
mm-hmm,
make the inflammation worse
right.
because it's almost like a bug sting or something like that. You hit it and it just
Yeah.
gets all crazy right there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Well, here's what I would really like. Not today, as we have tried to give you some information on the situation that you have graciously blessed us with. I would like that you would please reach out to us now via phone, text message, email. Even
Mm-hmm.
if you go to the website of toptobottom.com and spell it with a U,
And it's also in our description.
it's in the description. You can reach out to us. And if you call us, you can best believe she will be picking up the phone to talk to you because first it'll be a computer to route the phone to our desk, and then she'll actually pick up the phone, and
Mm-hmm.
you guys can actually have a conversation. And feel free to ask as many questions as you want. And the reason why I say that is because the reason and the biggest thing behind top to bottom is this: caring for the whole self. That's the
Mm-hmm.
slogan, right?
Mm-hmm.
We cannot care for you nor ourselves if we don't understand what's going on and or assist you in getting better with
Mm-hmm.
your journey. And we would like to assist as many people we can
Mm-hmm.
with their journeys because there are times where people just don't want to come and assist anymore. They
Mm-hmm.
prefer just to tell and not get a true understanding of why we need to assist and come up with a game plan
Yeah.
before we can actually start trying to tell somebody what needs to be done.
And that's true because a lot of times what's really needed is a particular regimen. Like a lot of times, most people will start with the hydration. And in the situation of hydration, there has to be some type of water base. And so, like, say with the rosemary is supposed to be really good, and aloe vera is supposed to be really good, right? Dealing with inflammation, eczema, different things like that. Also helps to restore certain things. So when I came up with this here, which is the rosemary aloe vera spray, I made sure that there was conditioners in it, like vitamin B5.
You can't see that later.
There is sunflower lecithin because I don't use any pork. Lecithin as also as a conditioner in there, and it's actually infused in the rosemary, and of course you have the aloe vera. So that's usually a nice base to start with. Like after you wash your scalp, and you want to put something on there, and it helps to penetrate. And then that way, if you need something gentle to seal, like if you can't take say essential oils, the calming oil is very excellent for that. And I think you have that over there.
Calming oils to the left.
I think it's to the far left.
No, it's right here.
No, that's the Indian rose.
It looks the same. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because of the amber color.
That's this one here.
Yeah, yeah. So the calming oil that has no essential oils in it. The infusion is with chamomile and dandelions and with calendula and marshmallow roots. So all those particular flowers, and it's infused over a long period of time, and to help calm. I had created that one for a nephew of mine that's allergic to everything. He can't handle anything, and so he needed something that also helps to calm the skin. And you have to create a good environment, you know, to start your healing process. So that one is another good one.
Okay. All right. Well, and of course, not today. If you don't mind, as I mentioned before, please reach out to us. I mean, you can. Feel free to reach out to us. We're not
Yeah.
going to charge you. It's actually 100% free. You're not going to get charged anything like $1 or 50 cents. No, the only thing we're going to charge you is the information to give you to be better in your journey to a better situation of life. That's what we're going to charge you.
But
That's the
yeah, I really
charge.
would appreciate that. Please reach out to us. You know, you can even when you go to the website, you can go into the chat. You can and you'll probably get the introduction bot, and then after that, we communicate with you. So you can definitely do that. And I hope that helps a little bit.
There's not many, not many.
you know,
We have to
I have to
understand.
definitely look into that. You know, because I'm still always creating. To my detriment.
There's way too many
I love
companies out there
creating.
that just will not take the time to sit down and listen to a
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Because what I
They'll
like to
make
do,
one thing
uh
for
huh,
everybody,
yeah, and I like to try to find
and that's
things
not
that I
good.
know is is effective, but I want to find a natural version of it so you don't get the side effects of it, and to make sure that it can work better for you. So I love finding these things out. So please reach out to us.
So
We would
back to the
appreciate
lady
that.
that actually clenched her butt when she was actually
What the
walking.
hell?
It's not all about selling. It's about funny stuff too. I didn't want to forget the story. She clenched her butt cheeks together. She stood upright like this,
Oh
shrugged
my
her
god.
shoulders while she was buying some hair inside the store, and then turned around and told the clerk that was behind the cash register, "I got a boo boo."
Oh my
And
god.
she walked over to the trash can. She pulled down her pants and she tried to boo boo in the trash can. And they kicked her out. That was just a funny story. I wanted to share a funny story.
Oh my gosh.
Like I said, it's not all about selling. It's all about bringing fun and laughter to people.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
fun night. A lot of people just finished eating, and I should have ate already and put my fat self in the chair and fell asleep like a big old cat or a bear, whichever way you want to look at it. Have my feet looking one way and my head
I
looking the other way and my tongue hanging out like a dog. And it's very
I actually
thirsty.
subbed her so that maybe I can, or is it her? So
Not
I can find
okay.
maybe find them again.
But here's the deal. Yeah, we got people in the background. Please hit the thumbs up button because at the end of the day, guess what? It doesn't cost you anything. If you're taking 10 minutes just to listen, guess what? That 10 minutes has made your life a whole lot better because you heard something that may assist somebody else, help somebody else, or even you directly may help you. Because at the end of the day, guess what happens? You hear something from other people and you want to run with it and then find
Mhm.
out it didn't work, you ain't gonna go back to that person. You're not gonna tell them it didn't work. Yet, if it works, you're still not gonna tell that person because now you're afraid to admit that something actually worked.
But y'all don't understand that.
Here at Top the Bottom, we just know that you're getting better when you communicate with us and you let us know that it's getting better. And
Hmm.
that's what makes it much more better for the both of us, or all of us rather.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, we care for the whole self. And as we care for the whole self, you, the person that's actually listening,
Hmm.
with the little bit of knowledge that we give you, you're also caring for the whole self. So that kind of makes it a whole lot better for everybody. And that's what we got to understand. We got to understand that this life that we live now with everything that's happening. Look, we got shrimps that got
Radioactive shrimps that
radioactive
look like
shrimps.
alien.
We got every other like every
The
3 months,
deodorant
every 3 or 4 months, we got listeria inside salad. Now you got deodorant
got
that's messing up.
bacteria
We got bacteria. You got the what they call
and
the
sanitizer.
sanitizer. You got a bacteria in it. And every time you turn around, somebody else in a white coat is telling you that you can't buy a product anymore. So why is it that we keep, or rather not we, why is it that society keeps going in the wrong direction when it comes to taking care of themselves and then want to be upset that they're getting sick, they're not eating right, their stomachs are starting to grow. Besides me, like my stomach grows because I like to eat a lot. I eat for 4 people, so there's a
Yeah, he does. He does.
it's a whole big different thing, but other people outside, they eat all the wrong things. They eat the meat byproducts. They don't look at the what like me. I look at the sodium count of everything that is purchased,
Hmm.
and they don't look at the sodium count because they don't want to take the time to take that 30 seconds to see how much sodium is inside what it is that they're
Well, if
buying.
it's processed,
And then
you know not to
you're
look at the
jacking
sodium
yourself
count
up,
because that's pretty much.
you know, as opposed to taking a chicken breast and boiling it with some seasoning. You want to turn around and throw some Old Bay on it, and slap your mama good hot sauce and throw a little ketchup on the side, some barbecue sauce, and mix it with mayonnaise and throw some raisins in
Oh, oh my God.
it. That's the same thing the chicken said. Chicken said, "Oh my God, like really?"
And I heard you was about to add them raisins.
The raisins went in. They went in. They went in. And mess around. Throw a couple of seaweed strips in there. She says, "Thanks for going to the website and thanks for answering my question. I only want to use products that's not organic, natural do. That's not organic or that is not organic. I'm going to go with the is organic, natural due to the fact that the products will definitely make you think you're." She's got more.
Oh, okay. I was trying to see the rest of it.
No, it's all right. I got it. I got it. I got her point. I got her point. Yes, please, if you're listening, if you're still there, we really, really, really,
Yeah,
we really,
definitely.
really
Because I'm actually
look.
been working on a few other
Hold
things.
on.
So definitely, please
Hold on.
reach
Hold
out.
on. Understand something. Okay. We have been graciously blessed with this young lady or this young man. I apologize, I'm not being able to tell by the photo. We've been blessed with this person's situation, and we want to allow ourselves, or rather the wife wants to allow herself to give you the information to make your life a little bit better and make your journey much more happier. This way you can feel proud that there's someone who cares about you,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, think of her as a doctor. You go to the doctor the very first time you meet the doctor tells us, says, okay, I want to do X, Y, and Z on you, and you look at them like, okay, but they don't give an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Here at top to bottom, that's TOP number 2 BOTTU for unique m.com. We want to know about your situation so we can research the
Mm-hmm.
situation to find what would work a little bit better for you. Because at the end of the day, it's not about fixing, it's about assisting to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of things involved. There's a lot of things involved. We
Yeah,
not,
didn't you didn't
you know,
just suddenly get like that. It took years
yeah,
to get like that
you
before
know,
it actually appeared. So
right.
it's a lot of work
So
to.
hair is growing, but if I stop using that product, my hair stops growing. Thanks, I do apologize. No, you don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. I'm pretty good with reading between the lines because, see, with myself here, I tend to type with two fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I go to text people, I text with two thumbs as opposed to like a lot of people even move. No, I take my time and I still get
Yeah.
typos. Okay, so don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't apologize. In essence, feel happy that someone understands your concern
Yeah.
and your journey. And that's one thing about top to bottom. We would really love to assist you in your journey. The
Mm-hmm.
second part is saying that hair is growing, but if I stop using that product that she's using, her
Mm-hmm.
hair stops growing.
Yeah, you know what that reminds me of? That Latisse, the thing they used to grow people's eyelashes. They had found that formula by accident because it was they created it for something else,
Oh, they did. Oops.
and then one of the side effects was people's eyelashes growing.
Wow.
So then they decided to create something else. But then the minute you stop using it, your eyelashes fall back out and you're looking like a plucked chicken.
No,
So
that's
it's
no bueno.
like, and what I can say about the things here when I handcraft, and then I end up finding this out with me using things is that because I know what's in them, even though, like, say, okay, let's say the sunny side face wash, right? I originally made this. All my face washes are super moisturizing because you shouldn't have to dry your skin out on your face just to get results. Like you should be able to have the active in there and your skin not dry out. So even though this is more for, like, say if you have acne prone skin, it doesn't dry your face out. And it has salicylic acid in it. Now, some people wouldn't think about this, but salicylic acid, which comes from a natural source, can also be used as a gentle exfoliant, with the right percentage, and also good for the scalp, you know. So, like, say if you're using it as a scalp scrub in a particular area, it has a salicylic acid in it, so it helps as a gentle exfoliant as well as kill the bacteria in the skin. So, like somebody like me, I'll take this if my scalp is messing with me, then I'll be like, I'll use it like a scalp scrub, because I know there's nothing in there that, you know, is gonna jack me up, and it's the pH balance.
Ah, that's a very good thing you just said. pH balance. What is the significance behind pH balance? Because I think about pH balance when I was used to be in the culinary school.
Well, yeah, you want certain things to not cause your to go against your natural pH, your body pH, and have it go in a disarray, or be at a balance where it's not doing enough. Like, say if it's a wash, you don't want it too low because you need it to be able to lift the dirt, but then you don't want it too high where now you're getting inflammation and breakouts because of the actual wash.
Hmm.
And I noticed that with a lot of people that are online doing DIYs with the African black soap shampoos, they're not balancing the pH, because the pH on in African black soap can be very, very high. So you have to bring it at a level that is safe, that doesn't cause your hair follicles to go like, and then your hair looking like a bird nest, and it's crazy. You want it just enough to lift the dirt, but not enough to break your hair off or turn it into a bird's nest.
Okay, great. You see, now these are things where it's important for people to understand how creators and formulas that create and formulate products that are naturally, and I want to say organically made to fit the need of society,
Mm-hmm.
where other companies, they don't even want to do that. They want to spend buku amounts of money with a bunch of people in lab coats like myself right now, and say that they've done the research when actually they have not. Because again, a size 13 shoe would not fit on a person that wears a size 6, and vice versa.
Like, for example, when we talk about formaldehyde,
Oh, gee, we ain't gonna
you
get
have
that.
so many cosmetic chemists getting on people for not wanting to have formaldehyde in their products, and they're saying, "Oh, but your body naturally releases formaldehyde, and it's in small amounts, and it's not harm." But yeah, well, so is the arsenic in drinking water.
Well,
So
so is the fact that they say you eat a handful of food today, and you have 5 square meals of that same handful, you're gonna get a belly.
well, yeah, and that's the thing, because so if all your
I got a belly.
products have formaldehyde in it, and they never say it's formaldehyde, is it has another name, various different names, or it's in your preservative that once it's mixed in, it releases the formaldehyde. They call it
Let me stick
formaldehyde
this way
releases.
better.
So you won't necessarily see it in the ingredients. You'll have to really know the type of preservative or chemical that they put in there to know if it's a formaldehyde releaser. And then yeah, you have that in your lotion, you have that in your shampoo, you have that in your body wash, you have that in your leave-in conditioner,
So you got 15 items that's putting all these
in your
dangerous
gel,
things inside
definitely
your
in your
body,
gel.
because your body is a big giant sponge and it's straight absorbing everything, and then
Hmm.
you're trying to figure out how you're pushing it out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and sometimes the body can't push out certain things because it's overwhelmed. It went someplace it's not that the body cannot flush it out.
Hmm.
That's just the way it is, unfortunately, with a lot of these products.
And
You
that's
know.
another reason why I like to say, I don't know if I still have it in my description, where I used to say, "Welcome to the world of infusion," because I love to infuse herbs and flowers in the bases of my products. So it's not like, there's just some water in there and 2 drops of extract. just for marketing purposes and to smack the label on there. So I want to make sure that what's actually going into the skin, because the water is what's absorbing into your skin, right? So you want to make sure that the nutrient is actually getting reached to your cells. And that's why I like to use the infusions that I do. Like this one here is the orange. The Sunny Wash is the orange peel and grapefruit. Um,
Orange peel and grapefruit.
this one is the passion flowers and passion fruit and roses. I think there's some roses in there too, if I'm mistaken. My brain right now is a little whoopie whoop. And then the of course, my deep cleansing wash. Yes, it's another one that has African black soap. And this one, which one is this one?
The black soap.
Yeah, I think this also has like the elderberries and stuff, but it doesn't have the roses.
Right. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, all the products that we're talking about are handmade. Okay, and when you hear about something that's being handmade, you must understand that it is made under sterile conditions.
Handcrafted responsibly.
Handcrafted responsibly. I'm going to say handmade because I watch it day in, day out. It's two sets of hands putting it together. That's handmade. I don't want to hear this handcrafted because society wants to change the name. The same way Ron said, the zero doesn't exist in the number line anymore.
I'm crafting it. It's my craft.
It is an extension of you.
Yes, that's why I say craft.
Okay. Handmade with love and understanding of why these things have to be made. Because if we look at one thing that I can surely say that the majority of people will remember is the penicillin was made from a mushroom, from a fungus.
Fungi. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if a fungi created penicillin, and so many people are on penicillin, have taken penicillin over the course of so many decades of human life. Why is it that a lot of companies don't want to use natural products? A, because it's not beneficial, and
it's not
B,
cost effective.
It's not exactly not cost efficient.
Because they take what it naturally does, and then they stretch it out and they expand it with some type of chemical formula to either make it work faster. And as it's working faster, it's causing side effects because now they're bringing in other things. It affects other parts of the organs or whatever have you. Like for instance, you hear about turmeric and other things like that, right? That helps with inflammation and pain.
Right.
But it's not one of those things where like you can take ibuprofen and it goes away right away.
Or amoxicillin, aka penicillin.
Well, that's I'm talking about for pain relief, not the.
Hey, listen.
Not the antibiotic.
If you got something going on, the amoxicillin, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, but then a lot of times you still need something for the pain. I'm talking about the pain, because even with the antibiotics, it takes time. Unless you're getting like an injection, and it still takes time because it has to work with your immune system and things like that.
Okay.
So that's why I gave the example of a pain medication, because you want that resolved right away. So, you don't want to wait 30 days of having a good routine.
We also understand that the products that we have here on display that can be seen are all purchasable or can be bought online. Or if you live in the city of Dillon, or if you are in the city of Florence, which is in South Carolina, these products can be found locally. Okay. And they can be bought and shipped out to stores that are locally within South Carolina. Good night, Queen Saffcloth. Sleep well.
Good night.
Give a couple of elbows to nephew, and so that he understands that life is good.
Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you for stopping in. And it can be ordered online. And as I was saying before, being that it's handcrafted, it does take time to be created, and it does take time to get shipped out. And the reason for that is because not only do we make sure we vet it before it gets shipped out, because of course we know there's people out there that would launch a box across a yard, kick it over a wall, they don't want to take care of it the way they're supposed to. So we got to make sure that the containers, the vessel, protects the item, and or the extreme heat does not mess up the item as well. We have to go through all these steps to make sure that when you purchase our items, your item that you purchase gets to you in the same condition of when you saw it being created.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I say saw it being created because we do, or rather, the Queen of Queens, the formula creator, does show how she creates the products on
Yeah, I have
various
some videos.
times.
Yeah, I just
So, of course, if you
I just
subscribe to
suck
the
at
channel,
recording.
if you
Pardon in advance.
if you subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to see the videos of when she created a lot of these items, and you get to see it firsthand what it looks like. So pretty much, if you see it being made, then you purchase it, you can say, "Wow, it actually looks the same."
Or even like this one here. Remember, I just did a short for the herbal infusion. The herbal infusion hair butter cream.
Right?
That's another good one because it's one of those things where it's formulated for moisturizing the hair, and especially if your hair gets dry very easily. And I wanted to make it safe for the scalp. And then as a side effect, a good side effect, your hair
I
gets
don't like that
thicker.
term. I don't like
No,
that
I'm
term
just
side
saying
effect.
because it's like a buzzword to get people's attention. What's the side effect? Your hair
The side
your
effect
hair
is you
starts
need to buy it.
growing and it gets
That's the side
thicker
effect.
because of the herbal infusion in the base. And the short that I had just put up showed, how I have the herbal infusion in there. Then I put it in with the butters and everything else and kind of whip it up, and it has a very nice consistency. And the end result is thicker moisturized hair eventually.
So at the end of the day, we're going to be like an infomercial. You got to try to understand something. We're going to introduce this product to you because you people, a lot of people out there don't know what's good for them, and or they're afraid to use something new, and or they just don't know what to use.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing here is this: we have to understand two major factors behind trying to get a journey that works for you, including guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys have this thing, I call it the Neanderthal effect. They want one item to fix or take care of their whole body. It doesn't work that way. Certain things have to be done differently because your body is looking for certain nutrients and certain, your hair is looking for something specific, your body's looking for something specific, your feet, your nails looking for something specific.
And each thing has a different pH
Right,
requirement.
exactly. So everything has some work to do with it. So all our products are spoken of, whether it's this evening or during the day, or you subscribe to the channel and like the channel, and you're able to see some of the playlists and look for the playlist that shows a lot of the product being made, you get to
Mm-hmm.
understand why a lot of this product was made specifically for certain parts of the body. Like the beard
Mm-hmm.
wash, there's beard oil, there's stimulating beard oil and nourishing beard oil. Two different concepts because one is, of course, exactly what it says. One is to nourish and one is to stimulate. So if you got that little patch and you're trying to make believe by drawing in or putting some coloring in there that you got a full beard, but in
Mm-hmm.
actuality you sit down in a hot room and all of a sudden you're dripping down this black stuff, like back
Mm-hmm.
in the day with that movie Coming to America when he sat up against the bed, the couch, and had all that ooze coming down. Yeah,
Gee whiz.
that's you. You need to buy some of the stimulating beard oil. This way you ain't got to deal with that no
Or
more.
even with this one here, someone, the young lady that had the leukemia was just on there, her video, and was talking about how she used the lip conditioner and everything else she was using was not helping when her lips are peeling from the chemo and cracking. And she said when she ordered that and used that, she hasn't had a problem since
Well,
because it actually felt it healing and moisturizing the
now,
flesh. Like
now,
it
if I
was
remember
literally
correctly, if
peeling.
I remember
Hmm.
correctly, this lip conditioner
Hmm.
is what it's called.
Yes.
Has hyaluronic acid in it,
Yes, it does.
and that is the reason why her lips were feeling better because her lips were getting the nutrient
And the
that it
mango
needs.
butter.
That's what it
The
was.
mango butter, the cranberry seed, and all that other good stuff.
Hey, there you go. See, all these things.
Babasu.
The bababusu
Is it
oil.
babusu or is it babasu? I think it's
I like it the
babasu.
babosu. I like babusu. It's
Babasu. Babasu oil.
babasu. It sounds a little more elegant. Babasu.
Because all those things actually penetrate. I like oils that penetrate, not just sit on top and just kind of hang out.
Like petroleum jelly, it sits on top.
Hmm.
All it does is sit on
It's a
top
sealant. If you don't put the stuff in there,
and then get cracky all over again.
yeah, if you don't put the stuff in there in the first place, you just sealing in dryness. And then nowadays, you don't know where the petroleum is being sourced. Everything is questionable now. So
Well, it's
That's
being
why I stopped
see, and that goes back.
using petroleum.
That goes back to why people are having problems because they don't know where it's sourced. So if it's being sourced from someplace that is not supposed to be sourced, then you're putting it in your body. You're trying to figure out why your body is telling you,
Yeah,
"Hey,
with all that
we got a
drilling.
problem
I
here."
mean, it's just like, come on, it's like
That's
putting
it.
gasoline, but petrol, which is where petroleum comes from, right?
Petrol,
Petrol.
exactly. So with that being said, please understand that here at Top to Bottom, we don't only focus on selling an item. We focus on educating and giving information with no charge, because that's the big thing. You know, I
Keeping you
revert.
aware of
I
the
keep
things, yeah.
I keep going back to my favorite movie called Patch Adams. Dr. Patch Adams. He said it best. I'm not a doctor just because I'm the neighbor giving a friend or neighbor a bowl of soup and putting a cold compress on their forehead. That does
Mhm.
not make me a doctor. Yet it shows that I care about my neighbor into
Mhm.
getting better health
Mhm.
and getting better. So here at Top to Bottom, we're doing the same thing. We don't only sell, we want to educate you and give you the information so
Mhm.
that your journey becomes a little bit much more better in getting better.
So I educate you, and then I'll also learn because now I learn about different things that people struggle with, and that just gets my wheels turning to try to see what's out there. Um, what are the root causes, and how can we assist in turning those things around to make it easier for you?
And you got to remember, no matter how you look at it, no matter how
Now,
you
what is
slice
that
the pie,
conditioner?
cut the mustard, spread the bread, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you say it, there's no way anything's going to get fixed overnight without a regimen or
You need
consistency.
consistency and regimen. Yeah.
Okay. So even if you turn around and say, oh, well, it didn't work. Well, guess what? You only used it once. How did you expect that? And I'm guilty of that. 100%. I'm
Hmm.
guilty of it. I try something and I'll try it for a few weeks and I see it don't work. It's it. I'm not bothering with it anymore.
Yeah.
And the problem comes back, and I'm like, okay, well, why does it come back? Well, because you didn't follow through with the regimen.
Like for instance, here, like with the dark spot treatment, it took a while for your skin to develop those dark spots, the hyperpigmentation. So it was going to take some time for an ingredient to get in there, do its job, turn those cells over, and shed the old dark spots off so that it can bring the new bright cells up. It takes a while. That's why I say you need a regimen. So you start off with a wash, and then you do this. I actually have a
What is
video of
this?
that. Hold on. I actually have a video showing how you start off with a wash, and then after your skin is clean, then you do the brightening beauty bar. It has kojic acid in it. It has white turmeric, and it has green gram and lemon peels and a whole bunch of other goodness. And then after you leave that on, and if it's your first time using kojic acid, you start like with maybe like 30 seconds or so. You work your way up to
Now, one of the other things that I want to jump in there real quick
mhm,
is anybody and everybody should, regardless of the nature of their situation, they
mhm.
should do a patch test with the product.
Definitely a patch test. That's actually in the instructions that we send.
Right.
Do a
So
patch test.
that's the next thing I was gonna say. Anytime someone purchases an item that we know needs a not a suggested operating procedure, a
Hmm.
standard operating procedure,
Even
which
with something
means
natural.
it's something that has to be done a specific way in order for it to
Hmm.
work.
Hmm.
You know, it's just like your car. You don't step on the brake and expect the car to move when you're stepping on the brake. It doesn't work
Yeah,
that way.
even with something natural, because you don't know how your body's going to respond to an herb if you haven't had that exposure before.
Yet people do this all the time. They do this thing wrong and they turn around and say it's not working. No, did you follow the directions of how you're supposed to do it?
That's true because I do show you when you put your serums on, don't have your skin super wet. It has to be slightly damp, not dry. It needs to be damp. So it's like a sponge so that it could draw the serum in. And then that way you don't waste the product. And then that way you can then put on either your moisturizer or like say our total rose hip serum. We have that one, which is a nice finisher, you know, and it just gives you a beautiful glow.
Well, as we move on to the next,
Oh, and let me show you the bottle. Ain't this pretty?
put it
How
on
long
top.
we had to search for that one,
Put it on top. Yeah, we did. Put it on top. There you go.
huh? We were searching for that bottle.
Well, as we continue on for the rest of the evening, we have a few more minutes.
A few more minutes. Yep.
A few more minutes, and we want to let everybody know that top to bottom is really about caring for the whole self.
Yes.
And a lot of people are afraid to admit that they don't want to be taken care of, but yet they want to complain about certain things not working. Well, guess what? You don't have to tell us who you are. You could keep it anonymous. Yet, in order for us to assist you better, it's best to know who you are so we can actually, or rather, she, the Queen of Queens, can actually formulate something for you
Mm-hmm.
to assist your journey much more better. Because at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, if we don't know, you cannot say, no one took care of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got to understand that. All right. So we have a lot of products. We have hair products, we have skin products, we have accessories, we have lip, feet, nails, scalp, hair, elbows, knees. It sounds like a song.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
To help and assist everything that's going on with you. If it's something that's not working right that you're
That's
already
right.
using, we have
Even our
we
body
can
wash is herbal infused.
have something that's going to help you out and make things a lot better. And speaking of that body wash, the body wash was a very, very strong request by
Yes.
many people. And right now, the follow through is getting difficult because they keep coming in with orders, and they keep asking for it,
Yeah,
and
we're
yet we
down
keep
to
trying to tell everybody you gotta give us time to make it in order to ship it to you.
we're down to
And
three
they're like,
now,
no,
right?
just send it. Well, we gotta send it in the proper containers. We just can't send it
Yeah.
like that.
So now what? As soon as they got ready, they went out. So now we're down to what, 3, 4,
No,
something
we're,
down?
we're, we're,
Two?
we're making a new batch. We're in the
We
process of
are.
making a new batch because we have a bunch of orders that actually came in. So we got to,
Mm-hmm.
situate those nice folks so that they can get their products.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we have to just keep letting them know that this is something that's going to keep coming out there. Now, of course, we're going to do this twice a day. We're going to bring the people into the top to bottom world. We're going to bring in the night crew. We're going to bring in the day
The
crew.
day crew and the night crew.
Because we starting to realize that infomercials at night were a big thing back in the day. You was watching TV
Yeah, you
between
ain't got
10 and
nothing
1
else to
a.m.
do.
and there's a bunch of infomercials. And we also found out that now there's a lot of people who are on their cell phones more at night in the bed underneath the covers on top of the pillow, and they stand there like this with their phones and they
I
just
do
sit
that
listening.
sometimes, and I'll just be listening.
So these are the
Sometimes I
people
lay in the cut and I
that
listen.
they may not know that we're out there, and so now it's time for them to know that we're out there, and
Mm-hmm.
they can ask their questions while they're hiding underneath the blanket or sitting on the toilet bowl inside the
Okay.
bathroom. Or listen, wherever you may be at. Sitting in your car on your lunch break because you work an overnight shift at a warehouse and you need to get that gunk off you before you get back in your car. We got something for that too. I try to explain it all the time. Guys and girls that are, got a lot of hair and they want to get washed off before they actually get back in their car, before they go home. We got something for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that things work out for people.
That's right.
And I think we are frozen. So we're going to give it a couple of seconds to see what happens.
Okay.
And if it
Is
doesn't,
that the StreamYard doing that?
I think it's the internet actually.
Oh, okay.
We got to freeze. But I hear verbiage. Yep, see, we just bounced out. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, nieces and nephews, I know exactly what just transpired. What transpired is the camera went dead. So as I sit here with this glorious face of mine and in my doctor's shirt or coat, lab coat, I say to you folks, we appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate you asking questions. Please understand if you don't reach out to us, we cannot assist you in getting your journeys approved for better health and better way of living. So with that being said, I bid you all a good night. I say for everyone, the Queen of Queens, as she would say hello and goodbye.
Top to bottom action.
Topthebottom.com, which is TOP number 2, BOTTU, use for unique, M.com. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share in order for you and us to find a regimen that will suit your needs. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share. With that being said, we can be found on every single social media platform, so don't be afraid to reach out to us. We pick up the phone when you call, and we'll be more than glad to talk to you to figure out what is best.
Ciao.
Later.
Later.